It is Labor Day, and while many people associate the holiday with end-of-summer cookouts and a day off work, our Charlie Sakaitis shows us the history behind the day.
Labor Day. What's it all about? Well, it's more than just a day off on the first Monday in September. It's more than the start of fall, the beginning of school, and the start of football. Labor Day is, after all, for the workers, the laborers. For the most part, we're talking about people with manufacturing jobs, construction jobs, farmhands, cleaners, and more. The people who do physical and usually hard work. It's a celebration of the achievements of the American worker, and it has got a long history. Labor activists pushed for a federal holiday of this kind all the way back in the late 19th century. And before it was a federal holiday, it was a local one. Some municipalities as early as 1885 pushed the idea. States like New York, Oregon, Colorado, Massachusetts, and New Jersey were all early adopters. In fact, more than half the country, including Delaware and Maryland, joined the fray before Grover Cleveland made it an official nationwide holiday in 1894. There is a bit of a dispute over who actually started the Labor Day push. It's generally between two men, Matthew McGuire and Peter McGuire. They weren't related, but they were both supporters of the working class, and both of them were on hand for the nation's very first Labor Day parade in New York City. A lot has changed in the more than 120 years since the federalization of Labor Day. In the early 20th century, America saw the rise of labor movements, unions, and the fight for better wages, shorter hours, and safer conditions. And you've got to remember the standard at the time: low wages, 60-hour work weeks, dangerous jobs, and no social safety net. But as America made its way through the Great Depression and a pair of world wars, those early efforts started to pay off. The New Deal era of America ushered in the Fair Labor Standards Act, creating the minimum wage, the 40-hour work week, and setting the stage for labor protections. Unions also gained power in the mid-20th century, and that's often credited with stronger negotiating power, better wages, and even benefits, things like pensions and health insurance for the working class. This graph from the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities shows that from the 30s to the 50s, wealth inequality actually declined, and then it stayed somewhat flat until around 1980. When, according to data from the Congressional Budget Office, things started changing. Wages for the bottom 90% started to stagnate. Wealth inequality started to grow at a rapid pace, a trend that's continued all the way to present day. Here now in 2025, wealth inequality between the rich and the poor is again similar to the inequality of the late 1920s. Minimum wage purchasing power is at a near 70-year low, and a brand new technology, artificial intelligence, is also changing every field in ways we don't quite yet understand. So where do things go from here? Well, that's really for the politicians, the voters, and the corporations to decide. But in the meantime, if you get the day off, enjoy it, and keep labor in mind. Remember, they're the ones that keep this whole thing called America going.